Here we go with a more complicated absolute value equation to solve. And this time we have things happening inside the absolute value that we have to solve. But then we also have something going on outside of the absolute value. So a key part of solving absolute value equations that get a little more complicated like this one is that anything that's outside of these absolute value symbols, you got to do that first before you can think about, oh, this is an absolute value problem. So essentially, we're going to deal with the divide by 5 part first. And so just like if this said x over 5 equals 1, like think about how we would solve that. We would multiply both sides by 5 and get x equals 1 times 5 is 5. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to multiply both sides by 5. So we're essentially distributing by 5. So on the left side, the 5's cancel. That's the reason we did that, was so that we could get rid of that divide by 5. So we have the absolute value of 4 plus 5x, still absolute value symbols, equals, and then we have 5 times 1 on the other side, which is 5. Now we're back to solving the absolute value part. There's nothing on the outside of the absolute values on this side of the equation. So we're ready to think about, okay, this absolute value equals positive 5. So this 4 plus 5x could be negative 5 because the absolute value of negative 5 is positive 5. Or 4 plus 5x could be equal to positive 5 because the absolute value of positive 5 is positive 5. All right, so two separate equations. We're going to do the solving now. So we're going to subtract 4 and get negative 9 and divide by 5 on both sides. And we get negative 9/5. So that's one of our answers. And we would leave it just as a fraction, just like that. And then over here, we'll subtract 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. 5x equals 1. We divide by whatever is in front of x, which is the 5. And so we have 1/5. So those are our two solutions. Let me put the answer up here so you can see the proper notation on that. This would be your solutions. And the order doesn't matter. You could put the negative 9/5 first and the 1/5 last. It's not an ordered pair. It's not an XY or anything like that. These are both possible values of x that would give you a true equation. All right. I hope that helps. See you next time.